statue of the Seven is up on top of that large rock formation. You must have seen it when you came down this road before.
En efecto.
It's pretty high up there, isn't it? Don't worry. If you're afraid you can't make it up there, I'm sure Master wouldn't mind if you don't clean the statue.
No se preocupe, soy un experto adaptado.
Oh? I guess I'll leave it up to you then. There's not much footing once you reach the statue, so be careful up there.
Paimon will fly up with you and help you with those hard-to-reach areas. By the way, Collei, do you know anything about the Dendro Archon?
That depends. Are you referring to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Sí.
Oh, is that the name of the former Dendro Archon?
Uh-huh. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was Sumeru's first Dendro Archon. She created the rainforest as well as the wall of Samiel around the desert. Her works provided a means of peaceful living for everyone. To the people of Sumeru, she's not only a symbol of wisdom, but also of power and kindness. Unfortunately, she disappeared in a great calamity that occurred a few hundred years ago.
A ver, hold on. Igual que, o sea, se murió como junto con Makoto entonces. Pero, a ver... A ver, vamos a ver, porque lo que estoy viendo, o sea, lo que se vio como que en el tráiler, ¿no? De que había personas de que no estaban contentas de que se le esté celebrando a la reina menor Kusanali porque significaría que ya Rukkhadevata ya no existe. Y es como, güey, o sea, tiene cientos de años, no inventes, pobrecita de Kusanali. Igual que Rai de Makoto.
According to what Masters told me, the sages later found the newly born Dendro Archon and whisked her back to Sumeru. To celebrate the reinstatement of their lost deity, the sages dubbed her Lesser Lord Kusanali and let her reside in the sanctuary of Sarasana.
Uh-huh. Then what happened?
Well, and then... I'm not too sure what happened, to be honest.
Huh? You're not too sure? But aren't you from Sumeru?
Yeah, I'm from Sumeru. But...
La historia de Collei.
Maybe it's difficult to discuss this topic with strangers. If that's the case, then don't worry, we understand.
No, it's not that. I'm not trying to hide something from you. Besides, I don't consider you two strangers. Anyway, you two know Amber, right?
Wait, Amber? You mean...
La caballera exploradora de los caballeros Favonios.
Yes, that's her. I once lived in Mondstadt for a while, and she helped me a lot during that time. You could even say that she helped me become a new person.
No, qué linda.
There's no one like Amber. She lives life to the fullest while always adhering to her strong sense of justice. She's ready to answer the call for action at any moment, but is also very understanding of others. She's like the spark that lights the fire in everyone's heart around her. If you ask me, she's a prime example of a true outrider. She's the first person anyone coming to Mondstadt will meet. You can't help but be enthralled by her charm and enthusiasm, causing you to fall in love with the lands of Mondstadt and...
Ay, mi pena.
Sorry.
De repente eres una persona totalmente distinta.
Paimon thought the work of Outriders was a little different from what you just described, but one thing's for sure, you really like Amber.
Sorry. I was rambling on just now. It must have sounded kind of weird.
A full siento que debe haber gente que la shippea ahora, ¿no?
Amber somehow makes Paimon suddenly feel a lot closer to you. So, how do you know that we've met Amber?
Well, after I returned to Sumeru, Amber and I have stayed in touch by writing each other letters.
Ah.
In one letter, she mentioned that Mondstadt was attacked by a fearsome dragon, but the city was saved by a mysterious blonde traveler and their floating companion. I knew you two were the ones she mentioned in the letter the moment I saw you. But, considering everything you've been through that day, I thought it'd be inappropriate to bring it up.
So that's how you knew.
Yep, so please know that you two have my complete trust, really. I wish I could tell you more about the Dendro Archon, but I have been away from Sumeru for some time, and I haven't read any books. Sorry.
That's alright. You've already helped us a lot. We had never even heard of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or the Sanctuary of Surasthana until you mentioned them.
No es cierto, sí nos los habían comentado y lo había dicho tanto Sonli como Miko, como Venti también un ratito nomás. No, Venti no lo dijo, pero el que sí lo dijo fue Sonli y fue Miko.
Oh, I'm happy
Mentira,
that was helpful.
Paimon.
There is one thing I want to ask, though. Why do you two want to know about the Dendro Archon?
Pues mira, soy una viajera que me gusta entrevistar a todos los arcontes de cada región, fíjate, y la quiero entrevistar.
So that's why you're here.
Ah, no, sí le dijo.
Thank you for
Ok.
telling me your story.
Don't mention it. We are friends after all, right?
Paimon tiene razón, somos amigas. Las amigas de mis amigas son también mis amigas.
Statue to clean.
You both have my thanks. While you two are up there cleaning, I'll go ahead and inspect the forest canopy. Let's meet back here shortly.
Para allá arriba. Para arriba. Para arriba.
Huh. Now that Paimon looks at it, the deity that's carved on the statue is kinda small. Do you think she's supposed to be Greater Lord Rukkhadevata or Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Buen punto. Mira, tomando en cuenta, no sé, o sea, teóricamente hablando, vamos a ver de que no vimos nada del trailer, ¿ok? Pues la menor, ¿no?
Does seem to fit the statue somehow. Well, anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. Let's get started on cleaning the statue. Paimon will fly up and take care of the top, and you clean everything below. Nice work. That's one clean statue. Let's head down and meet up with Collei.
Ay, no quería eso. ¿Me puedes, por favor? Eso. Así lo haré. Faltan muchos, pero. No sé, quería ver si podía de una vez conseguir un Dendroculus, pero no. La lagartija corriendo por ahí atrás.
Welcome back. You must be tired after all that climbing. Let's take a little break.
Ay, upsi.
Food! What kind of goodies did you bring?
Paimon, contrólate.
Hey, don't be a party pooper. It's not like Collei is a stranger or anything. Besides, the best way to compliment a chef is to show passion for their food. Xiangling taught Paimon that.
I prepared a nice portable dish that forest rangers like to eat called pita pockets. I hope you'll like them.
¿Dónde el kebab?
Whoops! No! You dropped it on the ground! Not to worry. I wrapped a few layers of oiled paper around each pita. They should be fine.
Oh, whew. Paimon nearly had a heart attack there.
Por la comida.
Those pitas are amazing! You're quite the cook, Collei. Thank goodness you wrapped them in paper. Paimon wouldn't have been able to sleep at night knowing something so tasty had been wasted.
You really know how to compliment the chef, Paimon. Since you liked it so much, I'll be sure to give you a copy of the recipe sometime. I'll even include all my personal cooking pointers, so you'll be making your own pita pockets in no time.
Yay! Thanks, Collei! It's hard to believe someone as diligent as you could have clumsy moments too.
Oh, I guess it happens from time to time.
So, Collei, don't you think that Tighnari's a little too strict with you? He won't let you touch anything without his permission.
Vamos, si estás consciente, creo que ya vimos dos ejemplos bastante perfectos como para que nos indique por qué Tignari no la deja hacer bastantes cosas. La doña se le caen muchas cosas. Comprendo por qué capaz puede ser, pero, you know,
Paimon knocks stuff over all the time flying around the Traveler, but she's never said anything. Everyone has their clumsy moments.
o sea, sí, yo no me quejo porque con el bullying que te hago es más que suficiente.
No, you've got the wrong idea about Master. Sure, he may seem a bit harsh at first, but with some time, you'll see that he's actually very kind-hearted. I've heard the veteran rangers say that Master is from some ancient and mysterious race that is known for their cunning wit and reclusive nature.
Carácter urano.
Oh, by the way, you've heard of the Academia, right? Well, there's a group called, something? Well, anyway, because Master does a lot of research on plants, sages from the Academia have written him many times, inviting him to take up an official position there. But Master declines their offers every time, saying, Sumeru City is too noisy. It'd be bad for my ears.
Suena algo que diría Tignari. Hablando de sus orejas, me gustaría acariciarlas.
I know, right? I've always wanted to pet them too.
Es que son gigantes.
Anyway, Master could have easily left the rainforest to take up a position at the Academia, but he chose to stay here instead as a forest watcher, helping the locals every day and passing on his knowledge to trainees. In fact, Master's the one who taught me how to make pita pockets.
Really? Paimon would have never guessed that. Oh, speaking of Tainari, he was the one who took care of you after finding you passed out yesterday. He even carried you all the way here. Paimon's still kinda upset, though. He kept scolding Paimon the entire way here.
¿Hiciste?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Master might have been overreacting a little. But, it's mostly because Paimon wouldn't stop yelling, Why, oh why? Is she going to die? It probably started to get under Master's skin after a while.
Por supuesto.
Hey! Don't laugh! Paimon was genuinely concerned about you.
Oh.
Hey! Now even Collei's starting to laugh.
Imagínate ser fangirl de Ito. ¿Tienes algún problema con
Ugh, that's it! Paimon won't forget this. It's time for some Paimonial wrath!
¿Tienes algún problema?
No! Don't touch me!
¡A la torre! ¿Ocurre algo, Collei? El pasado de Collei sí lo sacaron.
Mean to scare you?
No, I just... I didn't mean that.
Para las personas que no saben a detalle el tema de Collei, ¿ok? Esto nada más lo tienen en el manga, que por cierto tengo pendiente leerlo, ¿ok? Pero Collei, de lo que es, o sea, no fue técnicamente vendida por sus padres a los Fatui, sino que algo pasó que terminó en manos de los Fatui. Y experimentaron con ella y la torturaron y le hicieron de mil y un tantas cosas. Y técnicamente tiene poderes de arconte. ¿Ok? De un arconte maligno. Y en una de esas veces en que la estaban moviendo para seguir con sus experimentos en Mondstadt, que fue justo cuando conoció a Amber, huyó, obviamente, pues usando sus poderes de arconte y haciendo pues mil y un tantas atrocidades. Y en el ínter en que Amber la encontró, investigando todo este tema de las atrocidades que estaba ocurriendo en varias partes de Mondstadt. Y pues ocurrió, ¿no? De que se hizo amiga de Amber, Amber descubrió la situación, la ayudó y demás, se curó, bueno, no se curó en sí, pero aprendió como que a controlar esos poderes que tenía de arconte y pues ya regresó a Sumeru de donde venía. Y pues ocurre todo esto.
Collei, are you okay?
Pero no creí que lo hubieran sobresalido más por cómo cambia mucho el personaje, ¿no? De cómo está en el manga, la verdad, con una mirada así tan vacía o tan llena de odio a la que tiene ahorita.
No, I'm... I'm fine. I'm sorry. I must have startled allowed you both reacting like that. Oh, well, it's getting late now. Let's hurry back to Gandharville. I think Master and the others should be back by now too.
Por eso comprendo de que puede ser pues muy manos de intestino, porque pues es que imagínate, ¿no? Tanto tiempo con esas torturas, con esas experimentaciones. Capaz, pues claro que sus sentidos, para evitar activar sus poderes de arconte, pues trata de, o sea, tiene como que muy poco como que definidos sus sentidos para evitar que, activarlos. Y pues le da miedo que alguien la toque porque pues le da como que otra vez los episodios, ¿no? De lo que estuvo sufriendo. Tiene sentido.
Huh? What was up with Collei just now? And why is she in such a hurry all of a sudden? Look, she's practically running back. Paimon can't even see her now.
Aló. Ok, vamos con Collei. De regreso.
Ah, Traveler. You've returned.
Yep, we're back. Have you seen Collei by any chance?
Oh, Collei? Yes. I saw her go into her room just a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Guess we'll just have to wait and talk to her tomorrow then.
Ah, espera hasta las 8 horas. Que se vio hasta el fondo esa cosa que todavía no podemos ir. Desde acá que se vea.
Paimon was thinking all night about what happened with Collei, and still can't figure out what the problem might be. Maybe she's in a better mood now. Let's go check on her.
Ah, it's you two. I was just about to go look for you.
Huh? Tainari? What are you doing here? Where's Collei?
I came to check on Collei's condition. To put it simply, she's not well.
You mean she's sick? How could she be... Oh, wait a minute. Could it be because of what Paimon did yesterday?
No need to worry. Something as small as you could never harm her. This sickness is something that Collei has been dealing with for some time. Collei has been more excited than usual since you two arrived. A little too much so, to be honest. She hasn't remembered to take care of herself. I suppose it's understandable, though. She hasn't been around anyone she considered a friend for some time now.
No.
It must have been refreshing for her to have you two here.
So, Tainari, what's really wrong with Collei?
Let's take this conversation elsewhere. Collei just fell asleep after taking her medicine. She needs some peace and quiet.
Oh.
All right, let's continue our conversation here, shall we? To be honest, I hadn't realized that you're that honorary knight from Mondstadt until Collei told me just now. I've also heard all about your deeds in Liyue and Inazuma.
¿Quién los contó?
So, just to clarify, what I'm about to tell you about Collei is not because of who you are or your past feats.
¿Quién es el que anda
Instead, I'm going to
presumiendo
tell
de
you
todas
because-
nuestras hazañas?
Well, because Collei asked me to. And honestly speaking, I was against Collei revealing her past to you. But she insisted, saying you two treated her with sincerity and as a friend. so now she wishes to reciprocate the gesture.
Pero ¿por qué entonces le dice a Tignari que le cuente su pasado y no ella nos los cuenta a
So,
nosotros?
Tainari, what exactly is wrong with Collei? You said
Justo nos
this is
van a
something
comentar
she's
que
been
bueno,
dealing with
para
for
los
some
que no
time.
están leyendo el manga.
Just
Eso
how
es bueno.
serious is it?
Right. Ever since she was a child, she's been afflicted with a disease called Elazar.
Elazar?
Yes, it's a disease unique to the lands of Sumeru. It is characterized by dark and hardened scales that form on the body.
No, espera, ¿le van a poner una enfermedad diferente al del manga?
At first, the afflicted may only feel mild numbness on the affected area of the skin. However, as the disease progresses, one may begin feeling fatigued and even experience peripheral
Sentido el
paresthesia.
tacto de las extremidades y por eso pues es media torpe.
In its final stages, the disease strips a person of the ability to control their own body, and they effectively become completely immobile.
That sounds terrifying.
Pierde todo el control de su cuerpo.
Wait, hold on. So when Collei seemed to be acting a little clumsy earlier, it was because...
Correct. That would be the effects of Elazar, which is precisely why I do not want her carrying or holding anything, lest she ends up hurting herself.
¿Hay alguna cura?
With appropriate treatment, the disease can be effectively controlled before it progresses to a more serious stage. However, there is unfortunately still no true cure for Elazar. Nevertheless, Collei's mother still hoped that there was something out there.
Ah, sí es cierto. Sí, hasta sí están hablando sobre el pasado
after one of their members lied
del manga.
and said they had a cure.
What? The Fatui?
Ah, it appears you are already familiar with them. That'll save me some explanation. Anyway, the person who eventually rescued Collei and brought her to me for care said that she had been given to a harbinger known as the Doctor.
Hijo de su reverenda.
I have no idea how this doctor managed to do it, but her case of Elazar was completely stable for all the years that Collei was with them. However, Collei's days with the Fatui were anything but pleasant. Collei is a resilient individual and always tries to appear cheerful, but her experience with the Fatui has left deep scars. Even now, she can still feel deathly afraid of someone touching her.
Oh, Paimon had no idea Collei's been through so much suffering.
Oh, by the way, Paimon, Collei wanted me to tell you that she's sorry for scaring you yesterday. She also wanted both of you to know that she's sorry for hiding her illness.
She doesn't need to apologize. None of this is her fault at all.
Well said. I hope you'll get a chance to tell her that in person the next time you see her. Collei once thought that it would be impossible for her to have any real friendships. I trust that you two will never let my trainee experience such emotional pain again.
Don't worry, Tainari. We'll take good care of her.
¿Su enfermedad ahora?
Well, it's not too serious at this point. She overexerted herself the last couple of days, which is what led to her breakdown this time. As long as she has taken her medicine and gets plenty of rest, she should get better. Though, I must admit that Collei's condition was much more stable when she first arrived here in Gandharvaville. She was interested in the work of the forest rangers the moment she saw us. I could see that she was serious about learning, so I felt compelled to ask her to join us. Her stamina has gotten much worse recently. Though a moderate amount of physical exercise is always necessary, I'm afraid the long-distance patrols are a little too much for her now. All right. Now that I've told you about Collei's past, I think I'll head into the rainforest to find some ingredients needed for her medicine. I'll see you two later.
¿Podemos ir contigo?
Yeah, we'd like to do something to help Collei too.
All right, but I must warn you two. The rainforest is a dangerous place, especially for someone who's still recovering like the traveler. You must follow closely and listen to every instruction.
Es curioso que nos diga eso ya cuando nos había escuchado de todas nuestras proezas en Liyue y en Inazuma y en Mondstadt. Es como, sé que te acabas sé que echaste un dragón, ¿ok? Sé que te echaste un arconte antiguo, ¿ok? Sé que peleaste con la actual arconte de Inazuma, pero la selva es peligrosa para ti. ¿Qué te parece, comadre?
No problemo.
No tiene
Let's
sentido.
go then.
Tignari,
We'll
si
be
ya
looking for a
sabes
plant
todo
known as
eso.
Lunar lotus. It's often used to help those afflicted with Elazar recover their energy.
Ya la tengo.
to find this plant?
Lunar lotus can be found all over the rainforest, but it often grows right here around Gandharvaville.
Given the name, it sounds like we should be looking for it in the water.
You are correct. Lunar lotus grows in the water. When fully matured, they look like giant blue flowers floating on the water's surface. Quite an attractive species, if you ask me. The large petals are actually the plant's leaves and sepals, which surround a very small flower. You should note that many of the plants found in Sumeru have names that are contrary to their species. Take the Kalpalata, for example. The plant is not a lotus at all, but rather a vine. And then there's the Sumeru rose, which is not a rose, completely contrary to its name.
Exacto.
Oh, okay then. Note to Paimon, never bring up the topic of flowers with Tainari.
Eso te pasa por acercarse a mí. ¿Tú también quieres?
Gather! Let's go!
La música de batalla es bellísima de Sumeru. De música de fondo, Sumeru es preciosa.